Throughout his career, there was never a published accounting of the amount of money made by the Bethune family based on their legal rights to Tom's guardianship. In 1863, President Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation, declaring that all persons held as slaves within the rebellious states are and henceforth shall be free. Somehow these legal rights eluded Blind Tom.
General Bethune induced Mingo and Charity, Tom's parents, into signing an indenture contract, allowing him to control of Tom's career and life for the next 5 years. And this was really an answer to the Emancipation Proclamation that Lincoln had made the year before. So this is a way kind of around that, where he could still have control over Tom without Tom officially being a slave anymore.
Legally, of course, everyone was freed in there, but because of Tom's limitation, and probably because of Tom's value as a performer and the income that he was reached, Tom was legally free, but technically Tom could not manage on his own. He had to have someone to manage his affairs and to look after him. I think the Bethune family probably generated the legal fiction that Tom was free.
He had no idea. He was a 3 or 4-year-old child in his mind, except for this ability. And he was used. Everyone else knew it but him. He didn't care. He didn't even know he was a slave. He one day went and got his shoes shined, and this has probably come from listening to his master. He had his shoes shined, you know, and listening to the man talk, he refused to have his shoes shined. And they said, "Tom, why won't you have your shoes shined?" He said, "I'm not going to let no nigger shine my shoes." For all practical purposes, Tom didn't even know he was a slave, didn't even know he was black.
The Bethunes benefited from keeping Tom away from his own people and other black people in the community by keeping him unaware of the knowledge of what really was happening to black people in this country, not to even sympathize with black people in this country, to not even think of himself any way different than way they wanted him to think about himself. And I believe that Bethunes, as high-powered as they were lawyers, they were great Confederate soldiers, they were musicians, very smart people. And they saw themselves a way to make a living in spite of the Civil War and in spite of the South collapsing. And it was through Tom.